y'all. Happy Saturday morning. Episode 12 of War and Peace 2-0. Thank you guys for tuning in. San Antonio's best and livest podcast out here. As you guys know, we tune into a lot of different topics, everything from music, culture, faith, whatever it is, man. We ain't scared to go there. But today, we're going to talk about a lot of different things, especially with sports. So we're going to talk about college tournament going on right now.
Yes, you got the March Madness. I mean, you got playoffs coming for basketball. I mean, you got the NFL draft coming up. They had the Columbine. I mean, there's so many topics that we're gonna get into. So
Dolphins winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. We gonna give it to you live and direct. You know how it is, man. It's your boy Fatal the Watchman. Holla at your boy.
And then we also have Ill Since Birth.
Ill Since Birth. What it do?
We have Doug D, your host.
Yeah.
And we got one of my dogs right here. We got LLOYD. LLOYD is hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Man, he's really good friend of mine. And tell
Good
us a
to
little
be
bit about
here,
yourself.
man. LLOYD, born and raised here in San Antonio. When Doug offered me the invite, I
So,
couldn't
man.
pass it up, man. Been looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to have you, bro. Good to have you, bro.
Yes, sir.
And he's a diehard Cowboys fan, so let's not hold it against. No. I know you guys. I know
He's got to leave, bro. It's the Eagles all day.
So, all right, so-
Eagles flying. What you mean?
Everybody go around and say your 3 to 4 favorite teams for different sports.
Okay.
I'll kick it off first. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, Florida Gators fan. Baseball, a little boring, but I watch it a little bit. I try to root for the Rays. I like the Rays and the Marlins and whatnot. And then hockey, Tampa Bay Lightning. What's happening? Oh, and I live in San Antonio, the greatest city in the nation, bro. So for my West Coast team, I like the Spurs, and then I like the Magic for my East Coast team. So
Good plug. Good plug.
what about you, man?
So there ain't no other team in the NFL besides the Dallas Cowboys. So that's who I roll with, man.
All right.
Baseball is a little boring. My team kind of sucks, but I follow them, man. The Rangers.
Yes.
Being from Texas, gotta
Yeah.
mess with them.
Yeah.
Basketball, I don't really want to talk about right now. LeBron's ruined my team, so ain't no playoffs in La La
Maybe back
Land
next
again,
year.
man. Shoot, what else we got? I mess with the Spurs too, so I'll get to see them in the playoffs a little bit. Hockey,
Hey.
I couldn't really tell you. I like the Rampage. They ain't NHL, but
Oh yeah.
they
but
dope.
Rampage-
Yeah,
Hey,
Rampage.
who is the Rampage? Tell folks who don't know.
San Antonio Rampage, they're like a minor league NHL team, so the games are lit. There's always fights, so I like to sit against the glass
There
and
we go.
get them
You,
riled
you don't
up.
gotta have snow to have ice and
Yeah.
fights. Like,
All right, for me, man, for football, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Always been, always will be. Basketball, you know I'm with the Spurs, man. You see the hat, baby. You already know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We doing big things. Baseball, I'm a Rangers fan. One day, I'm gonna be able to see the Rangers win a championship, and I swear to God, after that, I'll be good because I have seen all my teams win a championship. For hockey, I
Even
like
the Buccaneers.
yeah, even the Buccaneers, baby. Hey, we did it. For hockey, I watched the Colorado Avalanche, man. I was a big Joe Sakic fan, and
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But I watch everything, you know what I mean? I love all of it. Gotta have it all. Oh, and big shout out to the Texas Longhorns softball team. They're killing it right now. I don't
and
know if y'all
Texas
know
just
that.
got a new football team.
What's that?
It's like a minor league
yeah,
football.
Oh, yeah, that's
San Antonio
right.
Commanders.
San Antonio Commanders.
Yeah,
Shout
big
out
shout
to
out to the
y'all.
Commanders,
'cause
man.
we doing it.
Manziel ain't
In them
good enough
games-
for us, man.
Right.
Manziel wasn't good, didn't make the cut.
Yo, those games fill out like 10,000 people. Like they be
Yeah.
packed.
I went
and
to that
live,
first game,
so,
man. It was
yeah,
dope.
People dig
Yeah,
it.
man, that's a real good look.
Yeah.
Man.
Me,
Favorite team?
let's see. We'll do football first. My dad's from Philly, so I've always been an Eagles fan through all the losses and all the terrible coaching. But hey, 2 years ago we were Super Bowl championships, so you can't say nothing about us now. 'Cause we in there.
Hey, how many is that now?
Huh?
How many is that now?
Hey, one is better than none.
That's
One
right.
is better than
That's
none.
right.
Hey, let me tell you about these NFC championships.
Right? But let me tell you something though. A true fan will stay with their
Stick
team,
with
win or
them.
lose,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Win
right.
or lose.
I
Ain't no
respect that.
bandwagon. Hey, I wasn't a Patriots fan last year, and you know what I mean.
That
And Dallas 2
championship
years ago.
ruined my argument against Philly fans. So now I can't say y'all ain't got no rings. 'cause
Wait,
they got a ring.
but let me tell you something though. What was epic about Philadelphia was they beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
I felt
They
good.
beat the best team in the
Even
NFL.
Empire.
That was hard for me as a Cowboy fan because it's like, man, do I want the Eagles to win or do
Or
I
don't-
want the yeah, it was
What
rough.
team do you hate least?
right?
That's cool, man.
And then for basketball, man, I've liked Tim Duncan ever since I was in kindergarten. Like, I got a book about this dude. It reminded me of Jordan, and everyone was like, "Oh, Jordan this, Jordan that." And 2-3 was the man, but I'm always about being different. I'm not always about jumping on the bandwagon. So Tim Duncan just happened to catch my eye when he was on the Spurs. 2-10. We ain't got to count the championships because it's 5 on the hand and we sitting good. So, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Since Philly won a championship, y'all think you guys going to be less violent?
Right? Yo, I don't get it, bro. Like, after they won, they tore the city up, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah. They are some diehard fans.
They needed that though because that was at the same time that whole thing with Penn State was going on with the
a couple years after,
because Philly was just going through a hard time right now. Like Pennsylvania was getting no love, man, and we needed that. Like that win really, I think, helped the city, helped motivate the people out there. Right. And then right after the Phillies won for baseball. Yeah. And speaking, I'm not a Phillies fan. You know, I always like the Yankees just because the hat go hard and. I mean, they got a lot of championships, so I've always following baseball. Just, I mean, Babe Ruth and all the things that led you to baseball. Like, so that's what I liked about baseball or the Yankees. Hockey, the Mighty Ducks. Like, that's as far as my
Flying V, man.
All right, the Flying V. That's all I know about hockey. So
and whatnot. But yeah, man. No, so yeah, man. Sports, man. The thing I love about sports, man, is just like. It's before.
I like golf too. I do like golf. I got to drop that in there.
Hey,
man.
The Valero Open is coming up soon.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, my G, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. Trevino. What's his name? Bubba Watson.
Smith.
Yeah, Bubba Smith. Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying.
BJ Singh is nice.
BJ Singh fan. Right there.
I can't because I haven't golfed in a while, so the names ain't. Oh, what's his name with the big drive, big old dude.
Not Phil Mickelson.
Not Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson's lefty though. He be going hard on his left.
What is that dude's name?
He had a club and everything, but he had alcohol problems. He was just chilling. He liked to gamble. I can't think of his name right now though.
They wild and though Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods really put $1 million on a round of golf, man.
Oh man, yeah, they be wild. Speaking of Tiger Woods, he was a pimp, bro. Like you would have never known.
My G, man.
People were looking at this man. He's all getting these championships. Yes sir, no sir. And then he's smashing all these women on the side.
Hey John, how you doing, man?
Film star with me, bro.
It was crazy.
As soon as the camera's off. All right, ho, come over here, right?
Like,
what's
up, baby?
Man. He did his family horrible, man. But
he did, man.
But yeah, it's crazy. I'm from Orlando, man, and when I lived out there, when the whole thing where he crashed into a pond and stuff like that, that was in Metro West Orlando. That was like 5 to 10 minutes from where I worked at. You know what I mean? So like,
really? So like,
I knew people who were like there on the scene and stuff
and they
like
saw
that.
it.
Like, yeah, so you know what I mean? It's just one of them real messy situations. But let's go and switch it up. Jamal, one of y'all, man, if y'all can take us into college basketball, what's going on right now?
Okay, so
break it down.
Yeah.
In college basketball, if you don't know, you live under a rock, you ain't from the United States or something like that. We got what we call March Madness, which is probably, to me, the most lit time to watch any sport, period. I mean, you have game after game after game after game. So, I mean, right now you've got...
They even got a video game based off of March Madness, NCAA. Like, that's how hard it goes.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. So, I mean, me and my boy was talking, and I think, what is it, 2.5 or something that you said, right?
Yeah, less than 1% of brackets are still
that
in the
shows
running.
Yeah, that just shows you how nuts it is. I mean, that's why I like March Madness, because the teams that you think are going to be there, you can't put anything above anything, because these kids play like it is no tomorrow, and that's why I love them, because it's all pure.
I heard something yesterday. I heard like you have a better chance of winning a lotto than winning a slot. I mean, winning a bracket in March Madness. Like that's epic, bro. You know what I mean?
And my dad's done it 3 times. This is crazy. My dad has done it 3 times.
He hit the lotto 3 times?
No, he's won the bracket.
Win the brackets.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and the people that he plays with, because he plays with people.
You got to know the numbers,
bro.
You got to know the numbers.
They put in some heavy cash, so he's won. I think the first time he won $3,500. The second time he won $2,200. And then the third time he won $2,500. So I mean, it's some money out there, man. If you can really get it down to a science, and you know what's good. I mean, you can almost kind of predict it. It's not easy, but it's worth the watch.
Did you think Villanova was going to win last year?
Actually, I mean, I kind of had them favored to go to the 4, but I mean, like I mean, they were good. They were a good team. Don't get me wrong. They were a good team. I just, man, it was just something about them that just didn't like, you know, I didn't really like, you know what I mean, have faith in it.
Who you got this year?
This year, I know it's gonna sound cliche, but I really think, man, that if Duke can continue playing the way they are, they're
Even without Zion.
Zion's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, tearing it up too.
yeah, and he's looking. I mean,
He's buff.
you know, that's
He's a
the thing.
big dude. Boy, he's a
He ain't
big
little.
I think
dude.
he's like 6'6", 280 or something like
Dude,
that.
Yeah, that's
bro.
the thing. Like,
He
there's
looks
there's-
awkward on TV compared to everyone else.
Yeah,
It's
dude, he looks like an overgrown big kid. That's
Yeah.
what,
I
you know
like
what
it
I
when
mean?
people play basketball like a man. Like for me, I don't watch that much hoops. Be real with you, but like, man, when people like ain't afraid to like foul somebody when they're dropping and do this, you know what I mean?
That's the
When
basketball
people-
we grew up on, though. You
Yeah,
know what I
like,
mean?
but now it's like you touch them, they're like,
Yeah, James, I blame James Harden for
Oh
winning
man,
the
dude,
NBA.
don't even get me
Oh,
started
man.
on that guy.
flopping.
Yeah.
flopping,
Let's talk flopping.
That's the only guy that I
drawing
know.
the foul,
He
drawing
did
the
kill the
foul.
Spurs last night though.
Oh, dude,
He be putting up 30 to 50
Yeah,
points a
he
game,
roasted
bro. He be
points.
stunning
Yeah,
on him,
he
bro.
roasted.
James Harden, do y'all think he's ever win a ring?
No, I
I don't think he can.
I don't
Look,
think he
yeah,
will.
I don't think he can win a ring, and this is the reason why I don't think that he could ever win a ring.
Yeah.
Is because he has to have the ball in his hand, and there's a lot of times when James Harden will just push the issue way too hard. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like when Kobe had the ball and you knew, okay, Kobe got
He
it
had
on
to
the,
make a move,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Kobe has it on the block. Man, he can hit that. He can go to the back to the basket game. He has the, you know, the dribble game, his penetration. James Harden, especially now because they're kind of cracking down on him with his, you know, the way he throws himself into people
He
and
draws the foul,
exactly.
yeah, man.
When the referees bail him out.
Kobe was a killer. Kobe was a diehard in the wool killer. That dude would roast you. You knew it because of his pedigree, the way he played, his effort in the gym, his effort on everything. He was harder on himself than he was harder on any other player on the team. He was harder than pretty much everybody that in that organization whenever he played. So the reason why I say James Harden can't win is because of that fact. I just don't feel like James Harden has that cutthroat mentality. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna get his points. You know what I mean? He's gonna get his points. I'm not.
He's
saying
already a market, though.
Yeah,
I
you
think
know-
that's what happened is he already knows he's a market, man. He's selling off his beard,
Yeah,
off the logos.
exactly. So I don't
He's
really
won
think,
already.
I mean, but
Yeah.
you never know because, you know, they could get some extra pieces around in the NBA's
They
crazy
did
like
have,
that.
though. Houston
And-
had a nice squad, man. With Harden, they had,
They got a Harden, CP3, Clint Capella.
like, they
I
got
thought they
the
were
squad.
going to beat the Warriors last year.
They
Oh
got the
yeah,
squad.
CP3 missed.
They almost
missed
did,
Game 7.
man. They almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
They-
Chris Paul, one of my favorite players. Like
Chris
little
Paul?
bit- Yeah, I
You
love
like
Chris
Chris Paul?
Paul, man. It's just like
I feel bad for him this year, man. He just doesn't look right.
He doesn't look
really
like he fit
horrible
that
this
team,
year.
man.
really.
Hey,
But
I
I
know
mean-
what happened. It was
He's
when
been
Rondo pieced
inconsistent.
him up, man.
You think he put the pants on him?
Rondo put the mitts on.
Yeah,
Talk about that real quick. Talk about that. Hold on.
Rondo a gangster though, man. That boy Rondo don't care.
Nah,
Rondo
bro,
put
he's a
them
savage.
mitts on.
That boy is
Hey,
something
my favorite
fierce.
part of that whole scuffle was Brandon Ingram coming in from the back with that 8-foot arm.
Oh, man.
Ridiculous dude,
Who
bro.
do y'all think the
Yo.
best fighter in the NBA is? If it got
all
flipped up,
time?
Of
All time?
just right now, just right now.
Just right
Oh, I was about to say.
All time is that's tough.
That's tough.
You got Bill Laimbeer, man. You got Dennis Rodman, but like
the whole Detroit squad. The whole
Everybody in
goddamn
Detroit, bro. Like,
Kevin
this
Durant,
record heavy,
Kevin Durant
bro.
don't look like he can fight.
Oh, KD.
He got a
That
bird
boy-
chest.
That boy built like a
I think
12-year-old
Kevin
girl.
can get
Oh,
me.
man, KD,
Best
bro.
fighter in the league though, man.
He's tall, though, man. He got length. He hit
Yeah.
you with that reach.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I feel
no,
like you
man.
hit him one time in the gut and it's a wrap. He's hunching over.
You ever see Manute Bol in that celebrity boxing match? It was weird. Every time he threw a punch, you saw it coming. You were able to go.
Yeah,
I think Manute Bol was too tall for the NBA, bro. Like, that dude was way too
Man,
tall.
yeah.
Right now, the best fighter, I gotta
What
go
you
with
think?
David West, man. That boy's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, that
I'm
dude
like,
is
yo,
so he is.
he's just
Okay.
big too. Like, yo.
How about you?
I'm trying to think right now. I'm gonna have to slide with him right now because I'm trying to think of all the little aggressive motherfuckers that be on in the
about you?
NBA.
Man.
I got one. I'm gonna blow y'all.
You know what? Who I think got the most heart? Probably Westbrook.
Oh yeah.
I think he got the most heart because he's been in skull and he still be going, bro. He be counting people out. Like, I think he really about it, man.
He be trying to fight fans.
Yeah,
children.
bro. Yeah.
Fight the children.
Right.
What did he
Yeah.
say last week? He
Yeah.
said, "I'll beat you up and your wife." Like, yo.
It's the American way.
Right? Oh,
All right, so
man.
for me, I have to say LeBron James because we flop his way out of it. Sorry.
Hey, nah, realness,
I'm
though,
sorry,
like,
brother. I'm sorry.
Hey, real life though, LeBron. That boy is 6'8".
No, he
45
yeah,
inches.
yeah,
Like,
all right,
I'm sure he could.
Oh yeah.
He can
do
hit
some
hard,
work,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
he
agree
hit
with
you hard.
Westbrook. I think if I could seriously say, I'd say Westbrook.
On the topic of LeBron, though, man, they giving this boy a bun rap. I know there was a lot of games that he didn't feel like people felt like he didn't have his heart into it, but I'm gonna hit it to you like this. Kawhi Leonard, I think he averaged 23? It was 23, 5, and 6 or something like that. Kevin Durant's at 27, 4, and I think 5. LeBron James is averaging 28, 8, and 8. Just saying, and that's on his bad year. So I mean, they give him a lot of flack about, they expect him to be like this like supernova god and stuff. But man, the boy puts up numbers.
Do you think? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me intervene here since we're talking about the best team in the world here, Lakers.
My daddy, I love this dude. That's my daddy's favorite team
LeBron,
too.
man, the stats are there. I can't deny that. But what he's doing to the team goes beyond stats, man. Anthony Davis ordeal.
Oh yeah.
Killed him, man. Like you're a young Laker. Last year I was excited to watch them. They were growing in leaps and bounds, and LeBron comes and starts trying to ship everyone out. And a lot of people are like, he's not the GM, but he has a say in this.
Oh yeah.
All the
So,
time. Any
that-
team
yeah.
LeBron went to, he's always had a say.
That killed the morale, man. After that whole fiasco, what have we done? I think we won like 4 games.
Well, why did that happen? I wasn't sure.
I think the Pelicans were pulling our leg, man, stringing us along.
Yeah, I think they pulled everybody's leg, man.
so,
really on the cool.
It was after there was that ordeal, and then you just don't play defense when it matters, man. Like,
Did the Lakers get friend
You
zoned?
could do.
Doesn't,
Yeah,
man.
we
He
got
just
friend
stands
zone.
there.
When a second-year player, Kyle Kuzma, there's a clip on YouTube. I'm sure everybody's seen it. This man literally had to push LeBron to close out on a 3-point shot, and it's like a second-year player against a
That's
proven
true.
vet. It's
A
like,
vet,
come on,
yeah.
man. Like, you got to set the tone.
3
You're the
rings,
leader.
veteran.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna catch a youngin pushing Kobe to play defense in his day, even
Kobe.
even his final year?
Kobe
man.
went hard
Yeah.
his last year
Even his
out,
final
man.
year, man.
Yeah.
That's what I say, man.
60
The
points
Mamba.
last game.
Jordan went out.
I'll
Jordan went out hard.
I'll say this. I love it when sometimes, and it don't matter really the sport, when these guys get when you're a 19, 21, 22, 24-year-old kid, right? It doesn't matter, like, if someone gives you $1 million, what do you have to work for? So some people, their work ethic, once they get to a professional level, it just goes in the tank. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, well, I could just kind of chill. But that's so amazing when you see someone like LeBron, Kobe, whoever it is, or even you go to the NFL, you see someone like Tom Brady. Can't stand a little cheater self.
Ooh, that
Tom
dude's
Brady.
a big old
Play
cheater.
games.
I was gonna say it's good to see
Golly.
the passion and that money not really mattering. People are chasing legacy. You know what I mean?
But
So
you know
He's
what?
good.
Tom
Okay,
Brady got
besides
3
the
different
cheating,
rules,
besides
dude.
the cheating, though,
Yeah.
do you think Tom Brady's a good quarterback?
He's
Yeah.
alright.
He's good. He's consistent.
alright.
If you look at his numbers,
all
he
right.
is consistent.
He's
he
all
never
right.
I'll
goes
say this.
below
Now,
60%
y'all know-
rating average.
He only
always-
throws 3 yards a
Yeah,
pass.
but they tailor that offense
You
to
think
him.
they tailor-
It's 10 yards and under, man.
But,
He-
but
I
he
agree.
rarely
look,
throws
but see,
the
this
deep
is
ball.
what I want people to realize too. They got the tuck rule because of Brady. You can't go to the quarterback's knees because of Brady. I mean, there's
there was a man named Brady.
I'm just saying, man.
He had the
I'm
tuck
not
rule
gonna
and
lie,
some
though.
other rules for him.
I would take Brady over probably like,
Okay.
I'm about to.
I don't know, probably about like 5.
Get it, Lloyd.
Besides 5 quarterbacks in the league, I'd probably take Brady over them. But other
What do you
than
think?
that,
What are your top 5 quarterbacks?
man, okay. Ooh.
Spit that.
Mahomes is up there. He's definitely he's
Yeah.
5.
Oh, you're talking about right now? Okay.
Gotta be.
Yeah, he's 5. Let me see.
I'll give you 3. We'll break it down to 3.
Okay. Let's do 3, yeah, let's do 3, yeah.
Okay, we'll do 3. I like Mahomes, Drew Brees, and goddamn, what's that kid's name? Can he play stuff? Roethlisberger. I love fucking Roethlisberger because he's a fucking warrior, dude.
Okay.
Those. I mean, that's not like in that order. I'm just saying those are like top of the line for me because I mean, like if you look at those 3 players, Breeze, he gets hit, he gets his ass back up, and he will knock your ass out with a 7-yard bomb, no doubt. Big Ben always plays hurt. He always plays, period, point blank. And that dude, Mahomes, a lot of people didn't know about this kid, but man, they sure know about him now, man. That kid can play.
Just because you
Yeah.
brought up Big Ben, man, what do you think about Antonio Brown's comments on his poor leadership?
I was thinking that.
Yo.
I mean, I can honestly say that he might have some truth to that.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
A lot of guys though, like Phillip Rivers. I mean, Carson. Was it?
I
Wentz?
like Phillip
Okay.
Rivers, but
Yeah.
man, the only thing about Phillip Rivers is like when it comes to the big game, he folds every single time,
Yeah.
and it's like I root for the dude. I like the
Kind of
dude.
like Romo.
Oh, come on, man.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Cowboys,
Hey, y'all have a good day.
I didn't
He about to
say
shoot
it.
a
I
place.
didn't say it.
No, I'm just playing.
I mean,
people probably gonna hate me for that
Hey,
comment,
man,
but man, that's how I feel.
You put Romo in Tom Brady's shoes, Romo has 7 rings. I say that, but top 3 for me, I got to go with Patrick Mahomes. I know it's one season, but I mean,
He's
look
gonna get
what
better.
he did in that one
He's gonna
season.
get better too. He's sick.
And his receivers were kind of a joke too, man. He had a bum, injured Sammy Watkins.
They almost went to the Super Bowl.
Tyreek Hill is a
That
beast,
was good.
but that's all he had.
Boy.
Tyreek Hill and
He may be.
he may have missed
Yeah,
them.
y'all
Supposedly,
better,
like,
y'all better watch
They be
out.
on something in Kansas City, man.
It's barbecue.
I gotta throw Russell Wilson in there, man. Russell
Oh
Wilson's
man,
a
yeah,
G.
That's
a
one
good
of
one.
them.
That's a good.
And then comeback player of the year, top 3 quarterback in my eyes, Andrew Luck, man. He
Speaking of
he
truth,
picked
Andrew
up
Luck-
right where
Andrew
he
Luck
left
got
off,
heart,
man.
man.
And
He has
his
heart.
receivers were scrubs. Like
dude, yeah,
his best
he's
receiver was
always
Eric
getting hit.
Ebron, who's a tight end. So I mean,
he's
he's
always getting hit.
For,
That
for,
boy,
for me, it's I gotta
I
go.
wasn't done, man.
my bad.
best quarterback ever, man.
Here he
He's,
comes.
he's in the booth on CBS now. You catch him on Sundays calling for CBS.
Hey, Romo's doing a good job. Romo's doing a good job.
Nah, he do though. Romo calls
Romo's
plays,
very good at his
though.
job.
Dude, that boy calls plays before they happen. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's good. He's good as an announcer. I'll give him that. He's good as an announcer. There, he won his Super Bowl.
Keep
for
the
me.
peace.
He was in his
I
first
like-
Super Bowl this year.
Right?
I got that
Hell
one a lot, man.
yeah.
I got that one a lot this year.
Oh, my boy Ryan gonna be so bad. Oh,
So
man.
my top 3, man. I'm gonna have to go with Russell Wilson. Man, I love Russell Wilson. Man, he's not that guy who's gonna be throwing 400 yards a game, but it's weird. He'll have a 250-yard game and beat the quarterback who threw 500 yards just because those are winning drives. He doesn't throw a lot of picks. He runs out of bounds. He knows his strengths and he sticks to it. His football IQ, you said it best. Yeah, he's smart. I mean, he's awesome. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Mahomes, dude. I mean, second year in the league, almost go to championship. I mean, they're gonna be rebuilding for the wide receiver position for sure. But yeah, 50 touchdowns. I mean, that's like some Dan Marino stuff, man. So that was pretty awesome. And then Drew Brees. Yeah, Drew Brees for sure. I mean, Drew Brees. I mean, he's like. He doesn't get enough respect. So
Oh, dude, he doesn't get no respect. Nobody, man. Hey, they should have went to the NFC champion. I mean, to the Super Bowl. If that hadn't
Them
been
refs were in that game, bro.
pass
Them
interference,
refs were in that
was a
game.
bullshit call, and
That
they know
was-
it.
that
They-
pass interference,
it's so bad
that
that
was horrible.
they're even.
They made a rule for pass interference, and then they call that right there. It's like
They're talking about changing the format so you can review the pass
Yeah,
interference.
They're gonna
now
lose a lot of
because
fans at NFL because I think
they've
that's
already
total-
have.
That's
man.
totally that's
I know
total
a lot of
BS,
people already
man.
switched.
Yeah, I mean, if you look
No.
at the play, the dude was like having a lunch on that dude's fucking neck when that pass came out. Excuse my language. I know.
He admitted that it was PI.
I mean, yeah.
Courtney Roby, he admitted that.
Can I say
But
something?
at the same time, in regards to that game,
Yeah.
they had an opportunity to stop him in overtime, and they
They did it.
couldn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'll say this though. I feel that there's insider trading going on. There's stuff going on, but there's deals made between the managers and stuff. I mean, because it is a business. You know what I mean? And that sells more than anything. It's like I ask you guys a question. Do you think that there is a underground corruption going on in the NFL right now?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's money, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Like
business.
boxing, you think?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean,
we didn't
it's
touch
more.
on boxing in the intro, man.
We didn't even touch
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
we'll get there. But my whole thing is when you have a team like the Bengals, the Chargers, we're gonna give those two teams an example, right? Where you've been bad for the last 20, 30 years, right? And you have other
And then
teams
all
that
of a sudden,
well, hold on though. Like it's about ticket sales. So if you're an owner, you may not be chasing a championship like Mr. Robert Kraft is, or like Mr. Jerry Jones is. You know what I mean? They have won a championship while like you can see that there's steps being made to do these things, or like Jeffrey Lurie over in Philadelphia. You know. Now when it comes to those teams, it's
right?
oh yeah, no. Thorough.
You got a little bit.
That's why he comes on with the dollies.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like having an owner is so important. Like who wants to win championships.
Yeah.
I mean, you have
That's
someone,
true.
whoever the owner is for the Chargers, man. Shame on you, dude. You have millions of people in it. You relocate right up the street, man, and you're not really trying to build a championship. As long as you get to the wild card and get kicked out, you're moving those units to string your fans along. So for me, as a Dolphins fan, that's sick torture. I'm able to see that. Some other fans of other teams ain't able to see that. So certain things like that. And then you have the Bengals, you know what I mean, and other teams like that. It's like, do they really care about winning and building a team and taking it seriously? And if they're not good at their job, put people in play, you know what I mean, who do want to, you know, take and win a champ. You see what they're doing with the Los Angeles Rams right now, dude. They're making power moves. So
man, Rams were nasty last year, bro. They're a fast team.
They're going to get worse.
Like the Rams,
my top three. Top three. Let's see.
Top three quarterbacks.
First and foremost is Drew Brees. Man, I have so much respect for Drew Brees as a quarterback and
Texas
as a person.
Native. Texas native.
Austin, and he's from Texas. He's from Austin. Yeah. Or Waco? Was it Austin or Waco? Yeah. Yeah, he went to Lakewood or Lakeview. Westlake. Same school that Nick Foles went to. And
tell you, man.
Nick Foles is, I want to say he's creeping to become one of my favorite quarterbacks too, just because of the clutch moves, man. One of my favorite clutch quarterbacks.
Shouts out to Jacksonville making power moves, man.
Because every last minute game they put him in, like, he made it happen.
Yeah.
And he won us a Super Bowl against the best team in the league. So,
and he's shy too.
Do you know what the relationship is between him and Brees?
Yeah, they went to school.
They went to the same high school.
They went to the same high school.
But Foles beat all Brees' high school records.
Right? Yeah. So that's real cool, is because they went to the same school, so I know they have the same moral as far as conduct. And then I'm gonna go a little. I know a lot of people don't like this guy, but I like Big Ben. Like, as far as a quarterback, man, he may not have the morale that he used to, but he does. He's sitting on like what, 4 or 5 championships that he got. You know, so I give him. That's a lot.
Like Big Ben?
Yeah,
4.
Nah, I think he has 2 or 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah, he has 3, but
I think he has 3. Yeah.
Yeah, he has 3, but I mean,
in regards to Big Ben, no means no, Ben. If you're watching,
yeah,
that's cold, and that's what I mean. You know what though? No one is perfect. Not even one. That's what Scripture says, man. We are,
Yeah, but I like Big Ben too. That boy, he's clutch, man. When it comes to the games, man, when it just, like we're talking.
You look like a guy who got a bad diet.
You look like Big Ben.
Man, you look like the guy from Reading Rainbow. You look like the guy from Reading Rainbow.
Hey, but no, even his rookie year, bro, Big Ben looked like a 40-year-old man, bro.
Yeah, he did, bro.
He did, man.
You think he's one of the babies that had the old man face?
For sure.
What is this? Whoa, wait a minute, is this my kid?
He's the one. He tried to get into nightclubs at 18 and they didn't even ID him. Like,
There's a free voucher.
All right. Boxing.
All right, and 3. Because you got
boxing.
I did. Nick Foles, Drew Brees.
Oh, Nick Foles. Okay, yeah. Okay.
All right, boxing.
Woo. Okay.
All right, where do we go?
Oh, Floyd. You want to start with Floyd?
Let's talk Devontae Wilder.
Dude, that's my dude,
bro.
That's my
him
dude.
and the Joshua. So that I've been watching.
But Joshua's ducking him, bro.
He ain't stepping up.
Joshua's ducking him. He don't want to box with that dude. He don't want to get robbed.
Tyson Fury surprised me stepping up, man, and going to decisions.
That was dope.
Hey, Tyson Fury was winning that fight.
And then, he got dropped. Yeah, he got dropped.
Yeah.
So his new fight, Dominic Wilder, he just signed 2 days ago with Dominic Brazil.
Yeah,
and you know what's crazy?
Nice one.
He was an ex-college football player. My brother, shouts out to my brother, good guy Ike. We had a kind of like orientation at UNC, University of Northern Colorado. It's a 1AA school where Vincent Jackson went to school at. So at the time, we were looking on going to play college football there, maybe try for the team. So we went to a game, and guess who was the quarterback? Dominic Brazil. And eventually he went to the Olympics. Actually, I think he landed, I think, silver or bronze in the Olympics for boxing in the heavyweight division and stuff like that. But I actually saw him taking play college football at University of Northern Colorado. So that was pretty special. They did lose against Sacramento State. Sac State. They ended up losing, but. Yeah, dude, Deontay Wilder gonna knock that dude out.
He's a beast, bro.
Everything he throws is like to kill the man, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's built like a tank. Boom! Like, he's just solid.
Shout out to the Bomb Squad. Yeah, them boys. It's gonna. I think it's gonna go like about
3 rounds.
Yeah, well, I think I don't know, because Brazil, he's got a nice little left hand too. He's a little sleeper. People don't really know.
He got some good defense though, but it's like. How do you?
But see, the thing is, he called that dude out. Like he had, like,
he did?
About a year and a half ago, he was like, "Man, there's no way he'll fight Joshua until he fights me." He you know what I mean? So he's been yapping at it, and Wilder's just like
trying to get that.
You
bag.
couple that with the underwhelming performance against Fury, so I feel like Wilder's gonna come out and reassert his dominance.
Yeah, he's gonna do some things. He's gonna rearrange that boy's life. Real good.
Gypsy King.
Who do you think has more power? Deontay Wilder or Prime Tyson?
Prime Tyson, bro.
Tyson.
Man,
I knew that.
man,
I
no
just had to see
contest,
what,
dog.
see what y'all thought, but
Yeah,
nah.
Tyson when he was a
He had
prime.
the big nigga scare, bro. Like, nobody wanted to fight this man.
I wouldn't have fought him. I wouldn't have. I'd been like, man, my back hurts. Something.
Yeah.
I watched videos, I watched clips of old Tyson, and I'm still hurt by how bad he hurt those guys.
There was a
bro,
little
trying to kill
social
him.
media thing going around, like, yo, would you take a hit from a Prime Tyson, uppercut from Prime Tyson for $1 million? It's
Nah, you
bro,
have to
like,
pay
yeah,
me
like,
more money than that.
I'm gonna die, so I ain't even gonna get to enjoy
Knock my
this,
spine,
bro.
just
Like, yeah.
whole body just go.
Nah.
Levitate the job.
Yeah, I'm good.
Right, he would knock you right up to that,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, I mean, all he has to do is just kind of.
I think he would. I think, in my humble opinion, I think he would beat Ali. I truly do.
You think?
I
do you
think,
With
yeah.
the right
yeah.
training in his prime,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
and
hungry, bro.
that
He
was the
hungry.
thing. When he lost Cus, that's when everything went to hell.
Yeah.
If he hadn't lost Cus, he would have never lost to Buster
Oh,
Douglas.
custom model.
Yeah, he would have never lost
That
to
guy
Buster
just had-
Douglas. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right,
Because
right,
he had
right.
lost Cus. That was his best friend.
That was like his dad,
his
bro. He didn't
mentor,
have nothing,
everything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And Cus, he took him from nothing to everything. And when he lost that man, his mindset just totally went black. And that's how Don King got into the mix and started chiming in his ear. Took that Buster
Money,
Douglas fight.
Yeah.
Do you think
Drugs.
Don King is good for boxing?
I mean, he's good for promoting.
Yeah.
Don't let him be nowhere near your fighter.
His character.
Yeah, his character
yeah.
is so just, he's a sleazeball, slimy person.
Oh, yeah.
He's not worried about if you live, you die. All he cares about is if he gets paid for it. That's it.
That's his
And,
job.
and I respect him on the point of he can promote he can make you watch a lizard fight a monkey because the dude can promote.
Yeah.
But as far as like him having personal attachment to fighters, any fighter that you ever seen him promote, I mean, have that kind of influence on, they have never done good.
Nothing.
And because that's the reason why is because he don't care. All he cares about is money.
Even in the Rocky movies, man, Don King always backs the losers.
Yep, I'm telling you.
Funny, man.
I'm telling you, he don't care about nothing. All he care about is that money, man.
Yeah. As I think
But as a promoter, he's great.
was it Mike Tyson that said don't trust him, he'd even sell his mama into slavery. So yeah.
Ooh.
And that's coming
Those
from
some
Mike
deep words.
Tyson, and Mike Tyson is not all there in the head. So.
Mike Tyson has some of the best sound bites, though, man. In his press conferences,
You see
bro.
him on the Joe Rogan show?
Oh, that was an amazing episode,
He
bro.
loved me, like,
Yo,
yo.
yeah. If anything, if you watch
Tyson on Joe
podcasts,
Rogan
watch the Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson interview, man.
Yeah,
People
that was-
really.
That was-
He talks funny, but that man is very intelligent, and
Yeah.
that man is very in tune with
Yeah.
himself and what's going on in the world. So I have a lot of respect for Tyson, man.
Yeah.
I like his soundbite when he said, "I broke my back."
Oh, yeah.
what
When
he
he,
do?
Nah.
when he talks about
He had a
pigeons,
pet lion though, bro, or a tiger, like.
Yeah.
What's y'all take on profanity in this one, man? On this podcast? One
Oh,
of the
man.
best sound bites, man. If any grown man, let
Yeah.
alone Mike Tyson, tells you he'll fuck you till you love him, like, yo,
Oh.
like, that's a different kind of mind game, bro. It's like, God, I don't want to fight this man. Like, I don't. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus
Love me, white
Christ,
boy.
bro.
I was like,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Mike
that prison
Tyson-
talk.
Mike Tyson
Like-
is something else, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
my favorite boxer of all time. This is the biased point of view coming from being half Puerto Rican, man. Hey, you know, got the bad. Boom, Puerto Rican tattoo. I love Miguel Cotto, man. I love Miguel
Miguel
Cotto.
Cotto,
He's a warrior.
In my
He
humble
almost
opinion,
beat. He almost
He had,
beat.
that was,
I felt
that
he
was one of the
beat
most exciting
almost
Mayweather fights
beat
right there.
Mayweather, bro. I really
That was
think
one
he
of the
Miguel
could
most
beat
exciting
Cotto.
Mayweather fights.
Yeah.
Mayweather fought that fight, bro. That's what surprised
I see,
me. Like,
but Mayweather even thought that he lost at the end of the fight. If
did.
you watch the end footage of that fight, I mean, you see Mayweather. He's like, "Oh man, good fight," and then I almost because 2 years up to this. 2 years up to this, I was shout out to my brother, good guy Ike. I was 2-3 years up to this. I said, if Cotto and Mayweather, that fight goes down, Mayweather will lose. I told everybody, and then for them to give it to Mayweather, man, that made me sick to my
broke
stomach.
his heart.
after
You
the
think-
fight,
oh, what were you gonna say?
after the fight, I knew
Yeah.
Mayweather was worried about it
Yeah.
because after the fight, that boy
Yeah.
ran out the ring and went to Max Kellerman and them. He's like, "Y'all see that fight? I fought." He ain't never done that. He's always so sure of himself.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
The fact that he had to go sell himself, it's like, yeah, it's like, all right,
Yeah.
man,
He
you,
knew
you
he
knew.
lost. And do you think the same thing happened for De La Hoya?
De La Hoya, man, I watched that fight. I used to love De La Hoya. He could have won that fight, but he took a couple of rounds off. And those couple of rounds that he took off, Mayweather capitalized on. So I think that's
Do
where
you
he
think
messed
he
up.
really did? He was just tired and
Yeah, I think he thought he had it in the bag. And his
Yeah.
corner was telling him too, like, "Oh, you got it, you got it." Like, if I'm in somebody's corner in a fight like that, I'm not gonna leave it up to the judges. If I'm winning,
it's up to me. You know,
you gotta
put your foot on the
finish it.
throat, man. You gotta finish it.
I think that's what Cotto. I felt like he beat him. Like he knocked him on the ground, everything, and it's just like that's why I go. It's like certain things you see in the NFL with the pass interference call last year's NFC Championship. When you see the Miguel Cotto Mayweather fight, when you see other games like that, or even a couple years ago where Dallas got robbed, was
he caught it.
Yeah, he took and he caught it, right? You know what I mean? When you see stuff like that, it makes me question. And it's not like, oh, okay, well, it was, on the fence, so that maybe they made a bad decision. Like, I understand those calls. But what I'm talking about is like when there's certain powers that be and they're just trying to move units and they're friends, or they have it in the pocket with certain owners and they do favors for them. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
The catch wouldn't have been so bad had they not called a catch just like that the next week and then another game.
Megatron.
I'm saying, dude, and Megatron, like, it was kind of iffy. Like, Dez really caught that ball, man.
Not even that. So, I was watching the playoffs this year. It was the Chiefs and the Patriots game, AFC Championship. 3 challenges in the second half on Patriots receivers' catches. If those 3 were overturned to be catches, Dez caught it. No brainer, man. Those 3 catches, I think one was
referees.
Hogan, touched the ground clearly. They gave it to him. It is the Patriots, so I mean, it is what it is. Then Edelman caught one too, hit the ground. I was watching that, and my stomach was turning.
I was at work
Dallas
watching
Super
that. I was
Bowl,
just
man.
like,
Dez catches that, we beat the Patriots in that Super Bowl as well.
Yeah, that's how I was at work. I was just, I was like, oh man, there goes the Patriots again.
What is it? 5 years later, it still hurts, obviously.
Hey, at least y'all went to playoffs more often than we do.
One for X, one for Dez, man. There you go.
Say nothing about the Eagles, man. We showed up these past couple years.
Miami Dolphins, man. We got Coach Flores, man.
They got Ryan Fitzpatrick too, man.
Magic. Hey. You gonna get you 6 good games.
Yo, I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Do you think Manny Pacquiao was on steroids when Floyd had him test for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if he wasn't, who do you think would have won that match when Manny was in his prime? Because I don't think Manny was in his prime when they fought.
No, I think Mayweather would have taken him in his prime too. He's just too good defensively. Like even when
he's
they
the best defensive fighter.
Even when they fought, Manny wasn't in his prime, but the game plan was still the same. Like he's a defensive mastermind, so he wins fights with his defense.
What do y'all think about Conor McGregor against Floyd?
Yo, Conor McGregor put up
you give him respect? I give Conor respect for that.
Mayweather carried him, but at the same time, like, he got in there.
You think Mayweather carried him those rounds just to
because when he turned it on in the 10th round, it was a wrap.
Yeah,
but at the same time, McGregor was trying to land that kill shot, so I got to give him credit. He lasted 10 rounds when he's coming from a 3 to 5 round sport.
Yeah,
he did do very well. Now the Khabib fight,
and he got paid, man. He got paid.
The Khabib fight.
He's like, I'm gonna be honest. I had to rewatch that fight because that night, that fight, my boys had a bottle of that Proper 12 that they promoted heavily, and I got properly trashed. So, in the morning, I had to read Bleacher Report to see who won, but I watched the replay. Conor did. It didn't look like he prepped for that fight.
Khabib's a monster, bro.
When it comes to promotion, Conor McGregor is kind of like white Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah.
And like it's excited. He's like, I'm the greatest. And then,
Yo, that promo tour for the Mayweather fight was next level,
dude,
man.
Yeah, it was on the next
level.
That was
next level.
They hyped it up so big, bro. So big.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
What I like, every time like we fight against Russia, I always get that Rocky feel. Don't you, bro? Like I feel like they train those fighters like that. Like,
I'm scared to talk about Putin, man. He gonna send his squad to kill me, man.
Yeah, man. Like,
shouts out to Putin,
right?
Man, wrap it up, yo. Hey, this was another episode of War and Peace. This was episode 12. Hey, big shout out to Sai Kazama, man. Big brother Kazama, man. He had to take care of some business right now. God willing, he should be joining us next week. So yeah, he'll be back. Also, a big shout out to Waylay Creations for the beat,
what
man.
Up, Waylay?
Waylay actually got a new mixtape out right now, so y'all go check it out.
Music video.
So we're actually gonna post that on our Facebook page today. So that'll be posted up. Shouts out to my nephew Anthony Manuel as well too,
What's up, bro?
Hooking us up with the logo. And the young man, within the next, I want to say, couple months, weeks/months, he actually has a graphic novel coming out as well too.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. What's it called? Is there a title to it?
I don't know yet. He's working on some things and whatnot. I'm actually gonna be reviewing it today. So when I get home, he sent me the rough draft.
He's also gonna make me an anime character on a T-shirt.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing our he's gonna be doing our logo here pretty soon. So we're gonna be getting that together. And Lloyd, man, thank you for joining us.
Brother Lloyd, man.
Lloyd, man, you cool, bro. That was dope.
This guy might be the coolest guy west of the Mississippi, man. This is a dog right here. Our dog right here, man. Real cool people, man. It's always every moment we met, bro, at work, man. It's always been genuine love, bro. So man, really appreciate you, man. So and man. So God bless you guys.
Sports talk
Peace
is
out.
a wrap,
And
baby.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes,
subscribe. We need y'all to
mama,
subscribe.
cousin, brother, sister, all them.
Send it to everybody.
And then tell them.
Yes.
And tell them to tell them to tell them.
It's gonna come for you.
No. Holla at your boy.